In this open response question, Juan is borrowing some money from his mother to buy a car. And we're given an equation that represents the relationship between T, which is the total cost of the car before tax in dollars, between N, which is the number of monthly payments made, and D, which represents the amount of a down payment in dollars. And we want to find how many monthly payments does Juan have to make given that the car costs $2,000 before tax and the down payment is $535. So let's start by finding out what we're given. Well, we're told that the car costs $2,000, this amount here, and that is represented by the letter T. So we know right away that T equals $2,000. We're also told that the down payment is $535, and D represents the amount of down payment. So we can say D equals $535. So what are we missing? We're missing N, which is the number of monthly payments. So what we say is N equals our question mark. So this is the value that we're trying to find. So to find N, what we can do is take these values and plug them into our equation. So I could put 2,000 there in for the T, and I could put the 535 in here for D, and then solve for N. All right, so let's work that out. So I've got 1.13 times T, which is 2,000, equals 75 times N, we don't know what N is yet, plus 535. Okay, so 1.13 times 2,000 is 2,260 equals 75N plus 535. Now we want to get 75N all by itself, so we get rid of the 535. So to do that, we have to subtract 535 from both sides. Okay, when we do that, I get 1725 equals 75N. Now what we want to do is isolate N. So this means 75 times N. So to get rid of the 75, what we have to do is divide, do the opposite operation. So I divide both sides by 75. And in this case, those 75s will cancel out. And when I divide 1725 by 75, I end up with 23 equals N. But before we write this value in, let's verify that we've got the right answer. I'm going to come back to this part of the equation right here, and we know that 1.13 times 2,000 is 2,260. Well, let's now sub 23 in for N here, multiply by 75, add 535, and see if we get 2,260. So we would get 75 times 23 plus 535. Let's see what that works out to be. Well, 75 times 23 gives me 1,725. Now let's add 1725 plus 535, and when we do that, we end up with 2,260. And since the left side here equals the right side, we know we've got the right answer. So N must be 23. So the number of monthly payments is 23.